Do you want to jump to the workers?
Yeah, let's salute the flag. Okay.
Call this meeting order, and we start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to start off with a comment. We'd like to excuse Don Parks, who had surgery last Thursday, and he has communicated to me by email and indicated that he is willing to participate with us in our caucus sessions when we caucus. So we will be calling him. He has communicated with me where he stands on things, and so we want to involve him in our process. We've run off some information for you because when we do negotiations, everything is on the table. That's why we've indicated that we have a $20,000 life insurance policy for all employees. We have medical benefits at $742 a month. I think we've talked about offering a raise up to $800, and we understand that you're also agreeable to that. But the things that we haven't talked about, we need to also consider the contract agreement between the Board of Trustees and your association. So there might be some changes there too that can be discussed. And we also haven't talked about a credit reimbursement capped at
$64.40.
64.40. Thank you. I was about to go with 540 because that's what it looks like. I apologize for that. I've had cataract surgery and have these new toric lenses, which enabled me to look at Charlie and see him in detail, but up close it's a little hard for me. Looks like $900 per teacher, first come, first serve. So all those kinds of things need to be discussed. Now, Kim, if I'm not mistaken, are we at 2.75%? Or was it 2.75?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
2.75%, and the association is at 5%. So our concern, our main concern, is that we leave the district in good financial shape so that we can meet our obligations and pay our bills. We don't want to have to be in a situation in August where we're paying our employees with warrants. Warrants can't be taken to the bank and deposited. We don't want to be in a situation that's unsustainable. So where we are is we want to offer a reasonable increase in salary, and we want to raise the morale of the school district in the process. So we're looking at offering a substantial increase. Where we're apart is that we're quite a ways apart. You're at 5%, we're at 2.75%, so there's a huge gap between the two. And we want also, we're well represented here with classified staff. You're not at the table. We apologize for that. But the group that's speaking here is representing the teachers. They would like to represent all of you, but the statute says they represent the teachers.
Can you show us the statute?
That prohibits us from bargaining for classified employees.
Well, there's nothing in statute that
But
prohibits
you just said it.
Right.
You just said that there was.
But the way the rules are set up by the state legislature is that we negotiate with the teachers. What we intend to do for classified staff is provide a more reasonable, we increase a built-in, it would include a built-in increase. But we want to go to a salary schedule for classified staff, so the classified know where they are and where they can go next year and the year after that and so forth. That doesn't inhibit the district from offering an increase, a percentage increase, to classified to enhance the workers that are currently working. But the basic salary would be based on a salary scale, you know, like it is in most businesses. So the district wants to operate that way. So when we're speaking to Cammie and Eric, who represent the teachers, we want to specifically talk about, you know, where we are with things. And we have the salary schedule for 2017 and 2018, which we reproduced for you. And we started at $34,600 last year. That number is key because when it's fed into the system, it actually affects all the other cells. So we want to talk about these things.
There's a minimum this year, 35,800 would be there. That's where the state set that amount for a first-year teacher.
Now, and I'm just speaking for myself. And I'm a sunsetting individual, but we've worked hard to maintain the stability, the financial stability of the district. These individuals have fiduciary responsibility, not only to all the employees of the school district, but also to every citizen who lives in Kendrick and Julietta and the Seven Ridges around us. The individuals that contribute to the district substantially with their taxes. So they've been very generous with us, and that's why we decided with increasing revenue from the state to lower the sacrifice that they're making. And, you know, here again, we went from 860,000 to 810,000, $50,000 reduction in the revenues that are coming in from our constituents. The state has provided enough compensation, we think, to keep us afloat, and we hope that you will be reasonable. We're coming to the table in good faith, and that is, you know, from the heart. We truly are interested in the welfare of all of our employees, and we're interested in the welfare of the kids, which means that we are concerned about the morale in the school district as well. So with that said,
We're the last one to make the offer, right?
My main concern is this idea that we're not gonna be bargaining for classified now. Because the statute is silent on that, it has been left up to the districts to act responsibly and to negotiate for all of their employees. I mean, you're talking about morale and things being from the heart. I mean, I don't see how you could say that and exclude all these people from the table. Would you like to do this over again? They can start their own bargaining unit, and you can have 2 negotiation sessions every year. I mean, it seems like this is
The
the
main
most
reason this year is
expedient way to
because
do it.
there's probably gonna be some that are gonna get more than whatever we agree on here.
Right, but if the salary schedule is in place, then it's just the increase on top of that. Just like on our salary schedule. They have a salary schedule, we have a salary schedule, it's an increase on top of that.
that's how it would work, yes. We, you know, from our vantage point, we've never considered you negotiating on behalf of the classified staff. Whenever we've met with you during the last 5 years that I've been here, we've always considered you just the district and the teachers. We never have considered you representing the classified staff.
So the increase that we negotiated is not the increase that they would get?
It has been in the past.
It has.
Well, what we've done is we have given the classified staff a similar increase. But we have always been talking just to you and the association about the teachers only. And that's why we don't involve the classified in certifying that you represent the teachers, because all we want to know is that you represent 50% plus one of the teachers in order to sit at the table with us.
But you want teacher money to go to that?
No, we don't.
Classified.
We don't. We want the teacher money to go to the teachers.
But the district can afford 5%, and you're offering 2.85%. There's a big 2.75%, sorry. There's a big difference between 2.75 and 5.
Well, yeah.
And so that money's.
We don't see the money coming in from the state at 5%. You don't?
They can,
That's
the
not
money, the total money for SBA, if it all goes to teachers, will afford a 5% increase. That includes in current salaries plus an increase. The numbers that we gave you the last time show that.
Just for the teachers?
We're getting off track, we're getting in the weeds. I really wanna figure this out about us bargaining on behalf of the classified.
You don't do it. Not from our vantage point. That's not covered here in,
You guys
in the
said
contract
yet last time,
agreement, we
in
do.
order to afford a increase for the classifieds, you need to give us less of an increase than the district is getting for the SBA. And so if that money, which is intended to go to teachers, is gonna go to the classifieds,
Then we are negotiating.
we are negotiating for them in effect, and we're gonna get their say on how that is spent.
we actually don't see that happening. We see a pot of money going to the teachers.
Unions
that we
don't
can
negotiate for non-union members. Unions
Well,
negotiate for union members.
Wait, how
we
does this
do.
work? 50+1?
Yeah, but
You
I
get
mean,
50+1 tickets.
we're negotiating for certified employees that are not members as
Yeah,
well.
that's why
Yes,
we
you
are.
Well, I have a comment to make, and I don't know if it makes any difference, but I'm a classified employee, and what I understand from the Department of Labor, at-will employees, we haven't even hired the new staff for the next year yet. It's on a year-to-year basis. There is no contractual agreement. And I think that's what the difference is you have rights to a contract, and classified are out there at will. They can leave at any time, and they can be asked to let go at any time for no reason. And that is not the district's rule. That is the
And so it
Department
seems to me
of
that they
Labor.
need extra protection, not less protection.
No, that's just the way it is. That's life. You know, I mean, that's what is, those are the rules and the laws that are outlined for us as a district that we have to obey as well. A higher law than what just the district has.
But at the end of the day,
So,
money intended for the teachers is going to go to them. And so we need to know what we're buying. And so we feel that we should be able to.
So let me get this right. You guys, you wanna negotiate for them and get them a better deal and more money. But now you're saying money for the teachers is gonna go to them, so
But
where
you
do you
guys said
stand?
that last time.
No. The thing is, the more we give to you guys, the less chance there is for these guys to get where they belong. I agree that our classifieds are below in a lot of places and need to be brought up. But the more money we give to you, that's business. The more money we give to one spot, the less we can give to another. So if we can
Except that
come
it's
to
not
it.
like that.
It
Because,
doesn't?
no, because the state gives us
Yeah,
money
but-
for teachers, money for classified. It's two separate pots, right? But you guys have been saying, oh, it's all the same pot.
Well, because we already pay more than the state gives us for you guys, for the teachers.
And they have, but we wanna make sure that that's sustainable, that down the road, we don't have to cut back into teacher salaries like like you do in a recession. We don't wanna be in a situation like that.
And another thing to look at when you're negotiating, look around. Look at what these other districts are settling for and how far off you guys are from it. A long ways.
Because they get the same increase as we got.
You're way farther off than we are on what these other districts are settling for.
You're asking us to write essentially the district bank check. We need to know what we're buying. We totally understand there's X amount of dollars to spread between teachers and classifieds. We want to know what that is. That's a reasonable question. When you guys go to buy something in the store, you have to know what you're buying. And you're asking us to not do that. Cammie and I are really, and the teachers, totally, one of the big things this year coming up was the classifieds are severely underpaid, especially compared to around. We understand that. But we need to know what we're buying.
Well, we understand that too, and that's,
And so we want to have numbers associated with this. That's why, one of the big reasons why we're asking to negotiate for the classifieds as well. We're not gonna write a blank check.
I think we established what the career ladder was gonna bring in, didn't we? That dollar amount, where everybody was, didn't we establish that dollar amount where we were and what we're paying, what we pay currently, what we'll pay with that increase and how much over that is?
We don't know what they're getting.
Well, I guess you're right there, because I think there's a new law this year where you have to find a medium to show that there is growth in students, and that's connected with the revenue from the career ladder. And if individual teachers don't meet that, then we won't get that. The teachers will not move on that career ladder. I'm hoping that that list that we made out where teachers were going to fall is going to be correct.
We made an assumption in our thinking. This may or may not turn out to be true, but we are moving on the assumption that all teachers are going to move up on the career ladder. That's where we are in our thinking. So when we come to the table, we come with, with an expectation that we're going to stay within the parameters of what we can afford and leave the district in good financial shape.
We're not arguing with that. We're arguing just that we need to know what that money is going for.
Well, we'd be going for teacher salaries and benefits and
More specifics than that.
and $20,000 worth of insurance benefit, and
We need to know
and
what
medical
that
benefits.
money that
they're not being raised to $800.
that the classifieds are getting. Exactly, what's this, that layout?
So, we always like to start with you. Would you like to amend your percentage from 5%?
No,
I think we need to caucus.
okay.
We're in a caucus.
You guys have to.
Derek, you grab your camera.
Oh, that's my, thank you.